Christopher Nkunku. Born in 1997 in France, Nkunku grew up through PSG's youth setup until he made his way to the first team. During that period, he won 3 Ligue 1 titles. However, he only really played in about one of those seasons, getting about 20 appearances. Other seasons, he got like 8 or 5. But regardless, with that, Nkunku decided to have a fresh start in Leipzig to get more minutes to kind of develop into a more amazing player. And in the end, that decision ended up being revolutionary for the young Frenchman. In the 21-22 campaign, he was crowned the Bundesliga Player of the Season over the likes of a prime Lewandowski, who got 35 goals. That's right, 35 goals. In that season, Nkunku accumulated 33 goals and assists in 34 applications. Of those being 20 goals and 13 assists. And because of his immense performances that season, he got into the Ballon d'Or top 30 rankings. I think he was ranked 25. So, immense season for him. And that season, he was truly known as one of the best talents in Europe. But for Nkunku, it wasn't enough. It was time to once again elevate his career and enter the upper echelon of top level players. And in the process of doing so, he joined Chelsea Football Club. And for 52 million, Chelsea had signed one of the most anticipated attacking midfielders in the world. At least they thought they did. Unfortunately, because of injuries and what looks like Chelsea's next legend in the making, have derailed his career. And FYI, that upcoming legend is looking like Cole Palmer, because both players play in the exact same position, both of them immense, right? Now, Palmer obviously can play on the right wing, but Nkunku, unfortunately, at least for me, I don't think he can do that role as good. And it looks like Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca agrees with me, because we've not seen him play on the wing more than maybe a single game this entire season. Instead, he's being used as a number 9, which once again, I don't think he plays very good at least not in our system. Maybe another system he could make it work, but in our system we do need a different profile for a striker, like Jackson, like you. And look, if the problem was only injuries and Cole Palmer, then I do think Nkunku could maybe have some bright light in him, right? However, another player who is also very talented, João Felix, younger, right? More investments made in him over the course of his entire career, obviously being 120 million or something like that in terms of price, what that has to go. But regardless, my point still stands. João Felix, Cole Palmer, 2 incredible 10s, and Nkunku's just been forced to go play as a 9, not in his strongest position. Now, arguably, he might not even be the player he once was, even as a number 10. But come on, he's not being given the chance. So can we really blame him? But regardless, the fact remains that Nkunku is going through a downfall. And if something doesn't happen soon, then he truly will be washed. And I hate to say it, because I like Nkunku, I like what he can potentially offer, but that remains as potential because he's not offering it to us. Again, it's not like he really has a choice, right? Especially when you have Cole Palmer and Felix, right? Because if Nkunku was playing backup 10 for Palmer and obviously playing 10 in the Conference League, then I think potentially 1 or 2 amazing performances in the Conference League and boom, he gets a shot as a super sub for Palmer. But the only sort of super sub he's getting is Jackson, and he's been very poor, I'd say. So there you have it, folks. Christopher Nkunku is starting to become washed, because he is not only going through this dry spell, he's also 27 years old. He's not a wonder kid no more. He is literally a player in his prime years. And unfortunately for him, his prime isn't priming. This is not a good prime. And look, 1 year, 2 year, you're looking at a 29-year-old Christopher Nkunku, and if by then he hasn't regained his immense talent that he can offer any team in the world, then he's gonna have a poor end to his career, and it's sad to see because his start to his start to his career has been amazing. And look, I really hope he can make it happen, whether that be in a Chelsea shirt or not. I do think we should either fix him soon or sell him for not only us but for his benefit as well. Because if he spends, I promise me, you not promise me, I promise you, if he spends the next 2 years of his career at Chelsea like this, then he's gonna regret it for the rest of his life, and so are we, because we're not benefiting, and we put in a hefty 50 million for him. So for both of our sakes, it's better for him to leave soon, unless he makes a resurgence, and I wish he does, because I'd rather keep him than, go out there, get another player for our depth, because I love him, but even as a bench player, he's not performing. So it's sad to see. Again, like I said many times, I don't think it's his fault, but situations like these happen, and if he doesn't fix it soon, it's peak. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What should we do? Sell him? Trust him? Give him more minutes? Me personally, I want to give him minutes, but even me, you'd have to sacrifice Felix, for example, and that doesn't really, put a good taste in my mouth, because I don't know if that's a good decision. But regardless, it's not like you can sell him in January, right? Unless Arsenal comes in or something like that. But I don't think we're gonna find any good suitors for him, regardless. So I think keep him till the summer. Try give him more minutes. Obviously, the Conference League is only gonna get more competitive as it goes on, because look, Fiorentina's in the competition and they're good. I think they're top 4 in Serie A. I think they're 1 point off of being first. Like, they're good this season. Obviously, with De Gea in goalkeeper. So, and it's not just Fiorentina. There's 1 or 2 other teams that are good. So, eventually, Conference League is going to get tough. And if we can have, more competition for Nkunku, we'll give him more time to shine. But with that being said, I don't want to play Nkunku as a 9, because Mark Q has shown to be also incredible in the Conference League. So I really want him to develop there. And Felix and Nkunku, I don't know how we're going to make it work, but maybe play both of them somehow. I don't know, make it work, because they're both incredible. Long term, obviously, I will accept we're only going to keep one long term, right? I don't really mind. Felix is one of my favourite players of all time. And Nkunku I like. So whoever can perform better, keep. And the one that, can bring a good price in the transfer market, sell.